Hello, Canberra. It is at 5 p.m, which means you've got me and HP. It's Kim here, joining you on 1CMS 91.1 FM. HP, how are you?
And this is HP. Hey, Kim, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you after so long.
I know. I feel like I keep ditching you.
Yeah. You have a lot of things to do in your life, so of course you keep ditching me. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we talk about me ditching you, it's Friday.
Yeah.
I am so glad that Friday is finally here, but today's a special Friday.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 things happening. One that's special to Canberra, but can you guess the other 2?
So, one's special to Canberra, one's probably it's your birthday today?
No.
It's not your birthday?
No.
Okay.
Are we even friends?
We are, but I don't know when your birthday is.
Okay, anyway,
I was
moving
not.
along.
Well, I was not invited to your wedding, so
I just knew you were going to try and pepper this in somewhere.
All right, so
have a think.
Okay, well, what else?
They're
what
not
else?
hard things.
Okay.
Okay, look, it's the end of summer. Today's the last day of summer.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But it was so hot today.
I mean, it's going to be hot next week, but
Right.
I feel sad. I feel like
I
we
feel sad
haven't
too.
had a proper summer. I feel like it's been all over the place.
Well, we never get proper summer here in Canberra anyways. Probably since the big the fire that we had, we haven't had a proper summer, which is good. This is enough for me. I don't need more than this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing is,
what's
it's
the
the
other
end
thing?
of February.
Oh, is it end of February today?
Love how shocked you are. Yes. Have you written the date down today? Because I feel like
Let me. Oh, it's 28th of February.
tomorrow is March.
So it's 28th of February today,
Yeah.
and tomorrow is March of 2025. We both are getting really old.
Okay. Well, I haven't had a birthday yet, so don't include me.
When's your birthday?
It's in May.
Ah.
Yeah. But we'll
okay.
talk about that later.
And my birthday is in April.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say when, but
I
yeah.
feel like I'm connecting the dots, but
Yeah.
we'll save that for later.
Yeah.
The other thing is, it's the weekend of Enlighten.
Oh yes.
Well, this is the weekend it kicks off.
Yes, we have Enlighten here in Canberra. If you guys don't know what Enlighten is a festival where there's a lot of lights around Parliament House here in Canberra.
It's like Vivid.
Yeah, it's exactly like Vivid, but
But better.
Is it better?
Well, as a Canberran,
I was
yes,
about
it
to
is.
say it's a bit, but
It's special. Put it
Okay.
that way.
All right.
In a good way.
Okay, why is it special?
Because it's, I guess there's the noodle markets, which
Okay.
are happening this weekend.
Right.
So if you're hungry, I've seen them. There's something set up in Glebe Park already.
Right.
So there's food there other than the surrounding area. So that's always good. And it's special too because all the major government buildings partake in the celebration.
So are you going tonight?
Probably not tonight. I'll go tomorrow.
Okay.
Only because one of my friends, her birthday always falls on the weekend of Enlighten.
So you guys celebrate your birthday
She has her birthday there every year. It's her thing.
with a cake and everything there?
Well, she had her 40th there last year.
Hold on.
But-
Your friend
Yeah.
is 40.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Probably. Yeah. You could have a older
She's
friend.
yeah.
Yeah. I was just trying to connect dots here,
Yeah,
probably, I don't know. I haven't seen your driver's license.
She's
so.
a close friend of mine. We used to work together,
Right.
and she's a lovely person. So we've remained in touch.
Okay.
And every time, I never forget her birthday because I just know when the promotions come through for Enlighten, I'm like, it's Amy's birthday.
All right.
And also, I have it in my diary. But anyway,
Right.
so you're going tonight.
I may go tonight. I'm not sure, but I may go
Did
tonight.
you go last year?
I did. I always go there.
What is the feedback?
It's great. The only thing is the parking. So normally I park all the way in Kingston and walk down through that alleyway through the lake.
Yeah.
So that's what I do normally because there's no parking there, right? So it's difficult to find parking.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be.
It's limited.
Yeah, it's limited there. But other than that, I mean, it's great. The entire thing that they do there, it's good. The government is doing really great. And the vendors there, they make good money through the weekend, so that's good too, you know.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Have you ever purchased tickets to do like you know how they have shows that happen? So you've got like noodle markets and then you can see the lights from outside the buildings, but then there's also like events they run within whichever building.
I did go to one of the buildings there in the old Parliament House, and they had this retro style dancing and everything, and everyone danced and everything. I didn't dance. I was in the crowd, but my wife and my wife's mom, my mom, everyone was there, and they danced and all this kind of stuff. So that was what we did in Lighten, and it looks like we are also lightening the mood of this show today, right? So normally we are like very, you know, but today it's good. It's good that we are lightening the show.
Yeah, we've got to keep it light, you guys, especially since it's the end of summer. This is the last, hurrah.
I never thought you would say this.
Oh,
so when's the end of what's that called? Daylight saving. So when is it?
It's
Do you
usually
remember?
like what is it? Easter long weekend.
All right.
Usually.
Easter long weekend. So there's probably a few weeks to go. That is where
I think so. But
that is what I hate.
Yeah,
like,
going back an hour.
I don't like that. I don't like you know, darker evenings. I don't
like it either.
Yeah, I don't like dark evenings.
It just ruins everything.
Everything. You get more lazy. I get more lazy.
Some people like that though. And I think that maybe they're crazy.
Yeah.
No. You thought I was going to say something.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say something, and I was like, okay. And I wanted to talk to you about so many different stuff, especially from this episode on, which I haven't discussed with you.
All right, tell me, HP. I haven't seen you in a while.
This episode, right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk to you about a few things that I always get confused with men and women, right? So this whole episode would be men and women.
Okay.
All right. Starting with you know. There's all these cliches and all these feminist things and all these things that men should do this and women should do this, right? How much do you think that, and this would be a series of episodes that we'll be doing.
Okay.
You've just got married.
I'm just learning about this. Everyone, go on.
Well, I want to surprise you. Anyways, you just got married. Now tell me, right? Tell me this. What do you think of this? Like, okay, women should do this and men should do this. For instance, in most of the cultures, women are in the kitchen and men are doing other stuff, right? And especially probably in 1980s, 1970s, up until 1990s as well. I think women stayed home. Men went out and got the food in the table, right? Now things are changing, especially I am married, and sometimes I get confused, right?
About what?
So many things, especially with women. Okay. I never grew up with a woman.
You've told me this
other
before.
than my mom, right? I've never grown up with a woman. There were no women around me, you know. There were, but then that doesn't mean
they're
that
not close to you, right?
I had mentors, and I had my teachers, and I had my godmother around, but then they wouldn't share these things with you, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's also a cultural thing, though. Some things are just separate.
I didn't know that you guys got mood swings.
Yes.
Let's go from there. What is this whole thing about? Yeah. So I was reading this, and somebody, they told me it was written that, okay, what we should do as men is have a cycle app with us, right? I have a cycle app. So right. So
I feel like I'm the guest today.
No.
I didn't get introduced. Go on. You've got a cycle app.
Yeah, I think it's called Clue or something. Okay, it's called Clue. Look at that.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So that's a Clue app.
TMI.
So so this Clue app, what they suggest is have a Clue app and share it with people that you work with as well. So that's.
Are you doing this?
I am not. But
oh my God.
But then I downloaded the app. I'm not doing that. But that's.
Is this your way of asking me to share?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that.
Okay,
but
anyway,
what I'm saying
get
is,
to the point, HB.
So what they were saying
it's
was
going down a weird path. Go on.
what they were saying was share that, and then you know that what cycle different females are around you, so that you can behave accordingly. Now tell me if this is very misogynist, and this is from a female psychologist. You can find this on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Tell me, what do you think of this?
Oh my goodness. All right, let me give you a very blanket answer.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone is different.
Right.
Something may apply to someone that it doesn't apply to someone else, and they can both be female, and they can both be the same age, and they can both have the same diet and whatever, because there are many factors. But I think that sometimes, this is just my experience that I'm sharing now, sometimes when I get quite upset and agitated, people are like, oh, it's because of that reason.
Yeah, actually,
it's not though. There's a range of factors. I think females, again, speaking on behalf of myself, I don't like to repeat myself too many times.
So this is during your cycle?
This is in general.
Oh, in general, okay. All right.
This is in general. Like, especially if I've had a conversation with someone and they've acknowledged, they've understood. If they then
so I know
don't,
from here on, I'm not going to say I understood.
and then they go on and they don't do that, like that can be a factor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For example, if I say to Jenk,
Yeah.
you need to take the bins out because it's garbage day tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Let's do it Tuesday night.
Yeah.
I've even got a reminder in the calendar.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't want to miss it.
Every male that's married or are living with the partners would understand this.
That's right. And then if he takes it out, he knows he has a deadline. He has it up until the truck arrives, okay? I like to do it nice and early, but if that's the journey he wants to pick that week, then so be it. And then the same argument happens on the other side when the rubbish is collected for him to bring it back in.
Okay. Tell me this. If this doesn't happen, right? He misses it. He forgets.
Yes.
Poor chick, right?
By the way, I haven't taken the bins in, Jenk. If you're listening, go on.
So what are the consequences? What happens?
Well, what do? It's like being at work. If someone has a deadline and they don't deliver, then you remind them. If they don't do
This
it,
is no
then
work. This is
hang
your
on
husband.
though. I know, but you implement the same setting. It's like this is a job that we need to perform in the household, okay? And if you don't deliver on time, then that job will be taken away from you, and then the responsibility, like you will no longer be trusted to perform this job.
I am so loving this episode today.
And that is, and then, it's like he's, again, from my experience, it's like he's like blocked out all the other reminders I've given him.
Right.
And he acts like it's the first time he's hearing this. And then I obviously get very agitated, and then I lose
Why do I
my
feel...
composure. And it's not because of any cycle. It's sometimes the selective hearing that some people have.
Well, it's not people, it's men, it's us.
I know, but I don't want to blanket because it's not everyone.
But
I mean, it's not always men. It can be anyone. It can just be whoever you are comfortable with in a relationship. And that person is so comfortable, they're like, we will just... Like, I'm really busy. I have all these competing priorities. This person will understand me, so I won't action that one right away because I can get out of that one, but I can't get out of these other deadlines.
Well...
You can see I'm very passionate about this topic.
I am too, actually. So it feels like when you're talking about Jenga,
you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Did you take the bins in HP?
I get into trouble.
But have you this week?
No, it wasn't me, and I really got into trouble.
Who was it?
It was Nia, but I got into trouble yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Exactly because of the bin, right?
Okay, that's why you found this so funny.
Because what happened was, I was supposed to take the bin out from the kitchen, all right?
Oh, okay.
Like, this is not the bin outside.
Yeah.
This is the bin inside.
This is the prequel.
Yeah, and I forgot to take it, right, outside.
So we're going to put a reminder in your phone after
and
for you to do this weekly reminder.
I should do that. And I did that. I forgot that. And you know what happened yesterday? We had these maggots. Now imagine the kind of trouble I would have gotten into.
So she doesn't know. She knows now.
No, she did see it. And I was like, I mean, I just tried to...
you tried to just...
And she was in a good mood, by the way.
Okay.
But I know, like you women...
Hey!
you women are all the same.
No, and also you men. Can I just say something? If you need to start the sentence with, hey, don't be mad, maybe reevaluate your sentence.
So I don't say, hey, don't be mad.
No, because Jake will go, hey, don't be mad, but. I'm like, I'm already mad. If you need to give a disclaimer, you've done something wrong.
Okay, all the boys, and especially the boys, if you're listening to this, please listen to this episode because you would understand what it means to live with a woman or a girl. It's fantastic. It's lovely. It's great. But there are pros and cons with everything. And there's a lot of pros, but there are a few things that you got to learn to adjust. And bin is one thing.
Bin is a big one.
Yeah, if you're listening, right? This is CMS Radio 91.1. This is Kim and HP.
Yes.
We're talking about men and women and all these things that, the cliches that...
I thought we were going to talk about Canberra, but yeah, we're talking about men and women who live in Canberra, I guess. And about the bin run.
Everywhere.
And the bin run.
And the bin run. It's not about the bin run, actually. It's about this whole cycle of things that happens.
Okay, HP. I'm going to just give you a very quick overview to address the question you had at the beginning of this topic.
Yeah.
I think whoever is the best at a job should be the one to do it. And what I mean by the best, it's whoever's the most efficient.
Yeah.
That's what I think. So if someone's quicker at cooking and it makes less of a mess when they cook, then they should be allocated that task.
Wow.
It shouldn't come down to...
be a motivational speaker, Kim.
It shouldn't come down to gender.
Yeah. Okay. But I know that a lot of households, it comes down to gender, right?
Yeah, but if you're not good at it, there's no point pushing for that to happen because you think that's a stereotype. There could be... Do you know what I mean? You could excel at something else.
But some people could argue, why don't you learn then? You know, that could be the argument. What do you say to that, right?
I mean, that's up to the person, but there shouldn't be outside pressures that determine if that person should learn or not. Like, for example, like I'm quite quick in the kitchen and I'm quite clean when I cook, as in I clean as I go.
Yeah.
Jenk is horrendous. He takes a long time just to do, like, eggs. But...
It's exactly like in my household.
But if there's something that needs fixing, like I went over a nail a couple months ago and he pulled my tire off, fixed it, blah, 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 back on. He can change my headlights. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would take me too long to figure out. Right. I'm sure I could do it.
Do you think there's a whole lot of feminist movement that's going on? It's getting way out of the context?
Potentially.
You reckon?
And I think it's probably due to misinformation.
Yeah.
But I am very conservative, so I tend to not engage in these sorts of things.
Okay. Let me ask you a few questions, right? A few things. First of all, the thing that I was asking was the cycle thing, right? So what do you think of that app? What do you think? I mean,
it's one way.
I just got across
It's not something I would do.
Yeah.
It's not something I would do.
My wife said the same thing. I was like...
I think it's weird.
Yeah, she said, why would I give my...
It's weird.
...dates, cycle dates to someone?
But it's not always the same.
Yeah, no, but...
It fluctuates depending on the factors.
The psychologist says that you at least know how to behave, at least with your partner, that way.
But then it's like, so you're only going to be on your best behaviour on this week, and the other 3 weeks you can just
but the thing
test
is,
the limit?
You guys always think that we are probably not on our best behaviours.
You don't listen. That's the problem. You don't listen. HP, you don't listen.
Is that with everyone?
That's with all of you. You don't listen.
Come on, man. Come on.
You tune out. And I realised it's also like, I can't just say from my experience that you don't listen. It may be because females tend to give too much detail.
Yeah, but please help me out. Here we are having a war between a man and a woman.
Having a war.
It's kind of a war.
Okay.
But, I don't know if I should say this. No.
Tell me. We're on air, we're filming, like, you're safe. So just tell me. You're safe, they're witnesses.
No, what I feel is you guys are women in general, females in general, right? I feel that you guys are superior beings to men.
Okay.
Would really get crucified by men probably saying this, but I may not as well. I feel that you guys are superior beings to men, and you guys were probably put on Earth from a very different planet to where we came from. Or probably we were on planet Earth, and you guys were put on Earth from a different planet. And you guys are way too smarter than us, way too resilient. I feel that you guys are like exceptional.
That's nice.
That's literal.
Why did
feeling.
I take that as an insult? That's nice. HP, I'm going to just give you a bit of an insight into being a female. When you said we're resilient, it's because we didn't get again, this is my experience.
Yeah.
We didn't have the luxury of what you have being a male.
Yeah.
Certainly my experiences in the workplace, if I deliver something, I get questioned because they're like, really, you've done this?
Seriously?
It's not all the time, but it's definitely a hurdle.
Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I think I always kind of have this conversation with my friends because we're all in the same kind of boat, but it's being female and then being of a diverse background is super, super challenging. So you need to develop a thick skin.
Even if you're grown up in Australia?
Yes, it doesn't matter. They don't discriminate against that. But yeah, you have to develop.
Still white. You still look white.
Okay, to you. To you. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. You have to you develop a very thick skin early on. And that's why I feel like sometimes the resilience levels are higher because females have had to go through this type of stuff very early on.
Yeah.
Where I don't know what your journey has been like.
Yeah.
But that's definitely something that I've always had to deal with.
There is always this, resilience that I see within women all the time. Let's start with the PMS, right? When you guys are in periods, that's and hats off to you guys, right, for what you guys do during your period. And this is what I'm learning after so many years. Right, that when I chat to my wife, I've got a few cousins, my sisters, they tell me when we are during the period, the pain that we go through, and most of the women, not all of them, but the pain that we go through is really, really hard. And
it's another thing you have to deal with.
Yeah, and even in that, we operate as you guys.
Yes.
We operate normally, we get out, we cook, or whatever we do. We go to the work, we come back, especially especially
don't forget about that.
And especially when you are a mother. You have more additional shared responsibility than a father. That's what I feel. In many households, I shouldn't be general, but
yeah. I mean, you're speaking from your experience, right?
Yeah, but I've got immense respect for you guys. I mean, in that way, wow, hats off.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, but it's still
recognition.
But it's still man versus women. Okay, it's still it's that mean thing. It's that thing with wardrobe. Who fixes wardrobe? A man or a woman? Forget about that blanket statement that you gave.
What wardrobe? What did you?
So
what do you?
Somebody
context.
Okay, somebody needs to fix laundry.
Yes.
So you have to fold your clothes, put it back onto the wardrobe. Cooking, right? Cleaning.
Yes.
Gardening.
Yes.
Washing cars.
That's Jeng's job.
Yeah, you guys don't do that.
Or Star Wash.
Yeah. Why don't you guys wash cars, don't give me that blanket statement, okay? That, you guys are better than that, so you do that. I mean, why?
I keep my car clean. So step one, here's a little cheat sheet. If you keep things clean...
Okay. I'm going to go check your car now.
Do it.
All right.
I've had people here for the last 4 weeks driving around in my car, going here, going there.
And
it's still
clean?
relatively clean. I mean, it needs a vacuum. It is bothering me. But I think the trick is, I don't know, are you clean or messy, HP?
I'm very clean.
Yeah, you are. I've seen your car. It's clean. If you maintain that, then when you have to do the chores, it's not so heavy.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
Some people are not like that. They're like, I'll deal with it later. And then whose job is that to clean up?
It's yours.
If I didn't create the mess...
But it's your car.
No, but it's not my car.
Oh, if it's not your car...
If it's like in the home... Here's a question. If it's in the home...
Yeah.
You're at work all day.
Yeah.
You come... Like, you left the house and it's clean. You come back, it's messy. Who's cleaning that house?
So in my household, I do that. Mm-hmm. I clean the house.
Even if you didn't make the mess?
No, this is tricky.
Like,
no,
it's to an extent, right?
To an extent,
you got to work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not, it's tricky. So it's not as simple as the man does this and the woman does this.
Yeah.
It's not.
You caught me there.
It's live. We're here, 91.1 FM, 1 CMS. I have just caught HP out.
I am like, okay, that's a great thing to, think of. If you're listening to us and if you're actually watching us, I know there are a lot of people watching us right now. There are a lot of people watching us today in Instagram, in Facebook, in YouTube. So please comment, and we would like to interact with you right now, and we want to interact with you about men and women. If there's anything at all, like, that you think...
Who's right, who's wrong?
Yeah, who's right, who's wrong, or a man
Even
should do
right
this.
now, who's right? Is it me or is it HP?
Well, I have learned something in so many years that you guys are right all the time. It's better. We save a lot of hassle that way. So I just like, I can't.
Yeah, that's
clever.
That's not healthy. It's not a healthy outlook.
Yeah.
You can't always be.
What? You
can't always be right. If you're right, then you're right.
Yeah.
But if you're just saying that, even though it's so obvious that you're not right, well, you can't. That mentality's. Leave that in the 1980s.
Okay. All right.
Or wherever it's come from.
CMS 91.1. Hello,
Yes.
Canberra with Keem and HP. We're talking about men and women, right? Yeah, I know you guys are listening to us while you're driving. You're watching us Instagram, Facebook. I think today we're going live on YouTube as well. So we're everywhere today. And if you think that men are supposed to do a certain job and women are supposed to do a certain job, let us know. If you think that's completely bonkers, it's completely wrong, let us know as well.
So vintage.
I am vintage. I like vintage. But I am not traditional that way.
Okay.
Yeah. But
whoever's better at it. That's all I think.
But in normal households, right? This is where the cultural thing comes in as well. In multicultural households, to a certain extent, it's like 1970s, 1960s Australia probably. Where the men are a little bit, but then it's not exactly like that. But in most of the cases,
okay.
Anyways, tell me more, Kim.
What do you want to know? What other insights would you like?
No, there's so many things I'd like to ask, right?
Just do it. I'm giving you half an hour. We're nearly heading towards 5:30, so you got half an hour.
Can I go on one more hour, please?
Well, look, we'll see how we go.
I have a lot of questions to ask.
Okay, well, just ask the most important ones.
Okay.
That are at the front of your mind.
Okay, ask me something.
No, you need to ask me because
come. Ask me something as a woman.
Yes.
Ask me. That's something that you find amusing about us. And you have not put your head around, and you haven't even asked Jenk about it. Probably you guys are very smart, and you guys don't need to ask anything. You guys have figured out everything.
That's very nice. I don't know. What shocks me is how many times do we need to repeat ourselves? It's always a shock. Like, the routine. Like, let's go back to the bin example. You knew the bin had to go out. Why? Why do you test it? Why do you want to wait and submit it last? It's like being at uni. When you were at uni, HP, did you submit all your assignments last minute?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that's And so did Jenk.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel if you...
Do you want to go back home?
Ladies, if you're at uni and you are dating a guy and if he submits his assignments last minute, that is the tone for him moving forward. That's how he is. That's how he'll be. It's not a bad thing, but you just need to have patience.
But all the guys submit at the last. I go up to the point where sometimes I fall sick and I have to give them the sick certificate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the sick certificate.
So tell me why. Why? Why does it happen?
Well, you guys don't understand us, you see.
Well, I'm trying to understand.
The whole thing is you guys don't understand us. We're like, chill, you know, we'll do it. And you guys just need to let us to the last moment. Mm-hmm. Has it ever been a case where we have waited until the last moment and the thing has not been done?
Yes.
We do it. What do you mean, yes?
Yes. And that's the time when you'll come to us and say, hey, I need help. This happened and I don't know what to do. It's like,
But tell me something. Why do you guys get mad at those kind of situations?
Because we would never do that.
Why couldn't you just take it easy? You know, like, okay, that's all right.
This is what I try to explain all the time. If you do what you need to get done at the front end of the deadline, then you can spend the rest of the time relaxing. But you guys like to you like to get a loan. You like to get the cash up front. Or you like to spend up front without receiving the cash. Like, you want to do all these things and then you want to rush right at the end. I don't understand that mentality.
The other thing, one more thing. Now I remember, right? all these people who are not single would resonate with me. Mm-hmm. We go out.
Yes.
For dinner.
Yes.
Lunch.
Okay.
You know where I'm heading.
All right, you're going out. Yeah.
All right, so we go out for dinner, lunch, or you and Jenko, okay?
Okay.
And probably you are feeling like Chinese, and Jenko asks you, what do you like?
This is different in my relationship.
Okay, tell me, what is it?
Jenk's very picky.
Yeah.
So it's the thing as well that drives me crazy is when we go somewhere,
yeah,
I let him pick where he wants to sit.
Right.
Because he's very sensitive to sounds and lights, like glare.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then he'll always say, no, you pick. And I always go, no, because if I pick, then we have to move.
Okay.
So I can't relate to this. Jenk is the one that picks.
But in mine, right? So let me know if you guys can relate to this. All right. I am hungry. I want to eat. What do you want to eat? Now, I know that she wants to eat Chinese, right? Mm-hmm. She go, no, you pick. And I go, okay, Turkish today. She go, no, I don't feel like Turkish today. Okay, let's go probably, Indian. No, I don't like Indian. Then I go, okay, let's have Chinese. She goes, oh, that's a great idea. And then you go to Chinese. You then start picking up orders. And then she goes, what do you want to eat? And then you'll be like, oh, I like this and I like that. And I figured out that this is a common issue with all you women.
It is. I'm not like that.
I'll have to ask Jenk.
Ask him.
Yeah, I have to ask Jenk.
I narrow it down. I don't even do it by cuisine because I realise that gets me nowhere. I just say, do you want meat?
Yeah.
What do you want? Do you want noodles? Because then if he says, yes, I want noodles, then we can go through the places that serve noodles.
Yeah.
Or what do you want? Like, do you want something with bread?
But that's a discussion, right? That's a discussion that happens in every couple.
It happens. I don't know why that happens. Like, if I feel like something, I'll just say it. But that's a thing with me. Like, I don't like to waste time. I don't know if anyone's catching my drift. Like, I like to just get to the point on things.
Yeah.
So that doesn't apply to me. I don't know. You're going to have to explore that issue on your own.
And the third thing was, there are more things, but then a lot of men wait outside in the car while the women are getting dressed.
Oh, I don't have this problem. No.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I get ready very quickly.
All right.
Jenk is the one that takes time. And I never understand because he has, like, nothing to do. I'm like, how?
Okay. Poor Jenk. Are you going home tonight?
Yeah, I am. But he knows. Everyone's like, why are you late? It's not because of me.
Yeah.
It's poor planning on his part.
Like what? Like he doesn't know what to wear or?
No, like he knows, say, we're going out at, like, 5.
Yeah.
He then decides at like 4 that he wants to go to the gym. And I'm like, you had all day
to go to the gym.
Also, if we weren't going out, you probably wouldn't go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I can't. So that's not even a female male thing. That's
but in general, okay, talk generally. Talk generally. Okay, don't talk about Kim.
Well, okay, don't talk about me.
Yeah, but generally,
my observations.
Right? Yeah.
So we have more to do.
Yeah, like what? Oh, yeah, makeup.
We've got a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Some of us. Makeup. There's accessories. You've got to accessorize. Like if you're wearing...
What about us? We have to put gel on our head.
Yeah.
We have to iron our clothes as well.
Okay, let me give you a day in the life. Okay? A day in the life
of women?
Of a female
yeah,
who is potentially going to an event.
Right.
Or like somewhere with them.
Yeah.
So like say I'm going somewhere on Saturday night with my girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You're not...
Yeah. Yes, okay.
You following?
Yeah, I'm following.
Have you already tapped out?
No. I will never tap out on this one.
See this? He's already stopped listening.
No.
And we're 5 minutes into the question and answer
No, come on.
portion.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so
yeah,
we're like, okay, well, where are we going? Are we going out during the day, during the night? Is it going to be cold? Do we need to bring a jacket? If we're going to bring a jacket, what outfit are we going to wear? Are you wearing heels? Am I wearing heels? Like, to the girl chat, it's like, is it a heels day? Are we doing casual? And that really determines the plan for the whole group, or it sets the tone for what that person is going to dress up, how they're going to dress up. Like if you're taking your wife out on a date, if you do a surprise date, is this a theme where she'll be like, but what do I wear? Where are we going?
Of course.
We need to dress to like...
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that takes time. It takes time to find an outfit and then a bag.
And poor us, we are always sitting down in the car waiting and it'll be like 10 minutes.
And it could be even more. Like you could go get your nails done and then that throws your planning back and then... there are all these factors that you don't have to worry about.
I give up.
The trick is you just give an earlier time.
Okay. Okay.
We've done this to Jenk a lot, as in like the whole friendship group. Like if we know we're going to have dinner at 7, we tell him it's at 6.
Okay.
Because then he's always late. And then we get there on time.
On time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's opposite with me, but yeah, that's good.
No, but it's planning. Yeah. It's future planning. You need to be able to foresee the future.
I think, couples are made in heaven.
That's nice.
They say couples are made in heaven.
Yeah.
So if you have something less, your partner would have more.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm getting on with your conversation as well, with the conversation we're having. Like probably it's the same thing. It's a balance. In other words,
it is a balance.
Yeah.
But it's like, for example, during COVID.
Yeah.
Everyone had to slow down, and it's like I don't know how to slow down, and then I learned how to slow down from Jenk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's you learn off each other.
So when you say slow down, you were like you want to do something and
I just want to get everything done because I'm so used to having like a tight deadline for everything where it's like, well, we can't leave the house.
So is that a female thing as well?
I don't know, but like it can be as simple as like I've got to like, vacuum right now, and he's like, why? Yeah. We're not going anywhere.
Now the other thing is gossip, right?
What's this? We went from vacuuming to gossip.
Gossip.
What is the gossip?
I mean, no.
Females gossip?
Females gossip and males don't. Is that correct?
That is not true. That is not true at all.
Well, that's...
Males gossip.
I have never seen a male gossip.
You and I gossiped.
Well, we are different, right? We are male and female.
It doesn't matter. No, the boys gossip, but like
male.
Like I said, the issue is there is a contrast between detail.
Yeah.
So girls gossip in detail.
Yeah.
So they go, "Oh my God, so and so, did you see blah blah blah?" And then she said, "Where a guy is like, oh yeah, this happened." It's still gossip.
We don't even do that.
Yes, you do.
We're like, hey, mate, how you going? That's all. How's the day? Yeah.
So when you catch up with your friends and if something has happened, you don't go, oh, my God, did you hear about?
I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so like a couple episodes ago, you were very like heated on the deficit in Canberra.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, okay. All right.
I am sure you told someone about that on the phone and said, I can't believe this happened, blah, blah, blah. That's a form of gossip. Just because the newspapers have published it doesn't mean it's news.
That's professional work. That's not gossip.
It is gossip.
How? No.
It is gossip because you're putting your spin. You're like, oh, she said, so-and-so said this, and I can't believe this is how... That is gossip.
And you guys, you can see Kim right now. She's crossed arms and she's lecturing me right now.
I am, because HP,
I'm like,
trying to pretend. Don't pretend.
Well, we men...
It is gossip. And hey, just like...
Hey, we men
I just
don't
want to
gossip.
say quickly, just as I can't say exactly what I'm thinking, but HP has gossiped to me. Okay? I'm just going to put it there.
Well,
did I push him into a wall to get the information out of him? Yes, but he cracked and told me. So don't say that you...
I still don't know. I still don't know what information I leaked.
You did gossip. Anyway, have you got any other questions? Come on, you've got 20 minutes. It is 5:40.
It's not only my question. You have to ask me as well. This is a men versus women.
I asked you. I said, why are you
that all?
See, he's not listening.
Is that all?
Yeah, I don't really mind. I don't really worry about that stuff. I really think it comes down to you do whatever you're better at,
so
quicker
why
and
do you
efficient.
guys... Okay, tell me this.
Okay.
Now I want to get into it. God. Seriously,
only
right?
Now you want to get into it.
Because I was letting you speak. Now, all right, now it's my turn, right?
Go ahead.
Why do you guys always want things done your way and not our way? It's always in every relationship I've seen.
No, it's proven and tested and proven.
Where? Who tested it? Who proved it?
We did. So, okay, well, explain to me a situation where your wife allowed you to do it your way, and what was the outcome?
Well, like what? It depends, right? Like what?
Okay, so the bin situation, I'm going to keep coming back to this because this is the only real example HP's given me. So you said there was maggots in the bin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not only in the bin, that they came out as well. So.
Okay, so how did that form? How did they form? Is it because there was something in the bin you put in there and left in there long term?
Yes.
Yes. So if you had taken out the bin at the time that you were advised to take out the bin, perhaps the maggots wouldn't have been there. So this is why our way is usually the more efficient and better way of doing something.
I'm not allowed to bring water inside, am I? I need some water.
No, he's not. But I am. No, seriously though.
Yeah.
It comes down to...
What? But why do you guys think that we are babies and you guys are like the...
We don't think you're babies.
Yeah,
we will only act based on the behaviour.
And the behaviour is always
so if you're competent and you're responsible, then no issues.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's only theory.
No. That's applied.
Any competent man in this world, you guys, once you get into this deep relationship, right? Not at the beginning of the relationship.
It's not even the deep relationship. I'm like this with my stepdad. I'm like,
with men. He's a man. Your stepdad is a man, right?
But I say to him, do you think that that's the best solution?
After all, he gave you birth, but then you still... Oh, not your stepdad, but then still, I mean...
He's a parent.
He's a parent. He's older to you.
Yes, I know, but sometimes you need another lens.
Yeah.
It's the other lens.
But why can't that be a men lens? Why does it have to...
It can be, but you just got to come up with something that's useful.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. See, I told you, back to the bin thing.
Yeah.
I told you to set a reminder in your phone.
All right, we'll do it right now.
You see what I mean?
So when's your bin day?
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays is your bin day.
Yeah. When's your bin day? Is it not the same?
No, sorry. When's my bin day?
Oh my God. And this is why, this is an example as to why you need to be managed.
When's my bin? Tuesday or Wednesday? I think Tuesday. I mean, I'm not sure. Can I call and ask right now?
No, you can't call and ask. This is why. And then you say, why do we baby you? Because you have to call and ask.
But
how long have you been living in your house
But we have other.
How long have you been living in your
other
house?
important things to do, right? Like gardening.
We don't have any important things.
Car washing, gardening. It's important, right?
Yes, I know. They're all important things. But the bin is also important. It's ongoing. It's actually a weekly thing. How don't you know?
This bin thing is going to go for a very long period of time.
It is.
I know. I think I dug my own grave.
You did. Worst example.
All right.
Okay.
I give up.
All right.
I give up.
Okay.
Next episode.
Did we talk about something else? We've got 15 minutes.
Yeah, but next episode,
okay,
I'm going to come up with more research.
This is so funny, you guys. Like, HP's always asking me these questions, like, off air. And I always tell him, no, we're not going to talk about it. And he's squeezed it in today's show.
Yeah, but I thought we'll be talking about this.
It is. It's fine. It's fine.
In a lot of...
But I can't believe there's going to be another... Okay. Oh, you got 15 minutes. Come on, HP. What else have you got?
Well,
I can see he's getting really stressed.
I am, because
if you're listening,
I am losing the battle.
It is 5:45. It is Friday, the last day of February and summer. You're listening to 91.1 FM. It is 1 CMS, and the HP is trying to talk over me.
Sorry. This is how you women are as well. Like, you know, you're so flowery about weather, and you know, you're like, okay, it's weather, you know, but yeah, whatever.
It's because you need to know what to wear.
Yeah.
You need to know. Do I bring an umbrella? Do I not bring an umbrella?
We don't carry umbrellas.
This is the problem. And then when it rains, do you know how many umbrellas I have? Because the lack of planning, and it's going to rain. I didn't bring one. I'm going to go buy another one. This is what we're dealing with.
I am so having fun today.
I know, I can tell.
Talking about this, I hope you're having fun as well.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, because you're bashing me, and you're bashing me really.
I am not bashing you. Well, if anything, I am giving you one-on-one, private mentoring.
All right. Mm-hmm. If anyone's listening, this is CMS 91.1. We are Kim and Himanshu. We're talking about men and women, all this cliche stuff. If you're watching, please comment, please interact with us. Now we have Enlightened today. There are a lot of things that has happened in Canberra as well, but we just want to lighten the mood as well. There's so many things that happens which is not positive but negative, because news is always mostly negative, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I've seen there was a machete pulled out in DFO.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, did you know that?
Yes, I knew that they had closed at like 4 p.m. Like the advice was for everyone to shut the doors, but then that was
so somebody pulled out a machete and threatened a staff, or threatened someone, and that was in DFO.
Yeah, right.
But you know,
so scary.
Since that Sydney incident, these things. Before the Sydney incident, these things were like, okay, it happens. But then since
Does it? That's terrible.
Well, when I worked in retail, right? So this not machete, but people coming and stealing, and people coming and threatening you and showing knives. These were very common issues. But then after that Sydney incident, where lots of people were injured and some people were killed as well, that has become a really dangerous stuff as well.
It's tricky because I don't think there's many cameras throughout that shopping centre.
You reckon?
Because of how the ceiling is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's one thing that has happened. I hope everybody's safe. If you see something like that, what we were told is don't become a hero. First save yourself or save someone in front of you. If they're kids, you know, if there's someone who is not, capable. So what would you do in those kind of situations? I was just talking to someone today. Like, in that situation, what would I do? Would I go and stop it, or would I run away? You know, what would I do?
Tricky. You never know. You don't know in the moment if it's going to be fight or flight.
That was what I was. That was what I was told. Yeah.
But definitely, I would call the authorities ASAP. It's scary to think that that's happening in Canberra. That's not supposed to be.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to talk about these things. There are a lot of things, especially the London circuit in Canberra, especially in Civic, is getting closed, and all the businesses over there are getting affected. Right?
Is this for the light rail stuff?
The light rail thing. So you know where London circuit is, right?
Yeah.
So London circuit, the entire London circuit is going to be blocked off. I think it'll be blocked off until where the legislative assemblies are just a bit further away from that. But all the businesses there are getting affected.
Yeah.
Because I know that the last phase of light rail, people's businesses were affected and there was no sort of support, right? So that's one thing that's happening as well. And if you're listening, if you're affected, let us know. We would like to come and talk to you, do a live telecast from your premises as well, just to help you out.
Absolutely. Well, that explains why the Commonwealth Bank on London Circuit closed their doors. That was a while ago now, though.
Yeah.
And that just has remained vacant. I guess, yes, this is why, right? But that's also become a bit of an area for people to, they've been squatting inside the building. So, and there's a bus stop right out the front. So that can also be a bit
problem,
of a questionable area. Yeah. So just keep in mind that, if you can catch transport from another stop, maybe do so, especially when it's a quiet period. I know it does get quite busy around there, but I would advise against that because the last thing you want is to be in a situation, as HP just mentioned, what happened at the Canberra Outlet Centre.
There was one more very, would be funny, but wouldn't be funny as well at the same time. An incident where somebody stole a taxi and ran away with the taxi. It was in Canberra. Stole a taxi.
What is happening?
So somebody got onto the taxi.
Do you think crime doesn't happen in winter? Do you think it's summer? Because I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts.
Oh, you do? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've realised, and they're all sort of based in the US and in the UK and that sort of. Anyway, most of the crimes happen in May, June, July, but always in May because that's when it starts to warm up. It's very rare that something happens in the colder months. So
that's logical, though.
So I wonder if today being the last day of summer is actually a positive thing.
I also think this is more to do with the cost of living as well. More and more people are getting very anxious, especially the people that have very low means of things to do. Also, I mean, if I say this, many people may not agree to it, but it's also the easy availability of drugs, especially the chemical drugs. Like meth.
Do you think maybe it's not so much? I mean, that's a factor, but it's the factor that the consequence of using them and being caught is not. It's not severe enough to deter
especially
people.
In ACT.
Yeah.
There was one more incident actually because of meth. A lady actually went in through the security in Canberra airport. She ran through the security. There's a footage. I saw that. So
when was this?
This was last week.
Oh my goodness.
And she went through to the tarmac. And apparently she was on heavy influence of drugs.
Okay, so she just didn't know what she was doing.
No.
Oh my gosh, that's a bit of a safety issue.
But I was very surprised where the security were chasing them, but they couldn't touch her or they couldn't.
They're not allowed to.
And that was very weird. I mean, yes, you are not allowed to, but there should be exceptions in airport.
There should be. You're right.
Right.
I think there should also be exceptions to depending on. If the majority are at risk of something, there's a lot of people at the airport.
Yeah, so
you can't just...
there were 3 security personals, and they were in a close proximity. They could have done a citizen's arrest and everything, but they didn't do that. So I was but that's the airport.
Well, what would you have done?
I would have done a citizen's arrest straight away.
If you're I've got to catch my plane, I'm transiting.
Well, you look at that, and if that's really. Exactly, it's heat of the moment. But then there's a thing called citizen's arrest, right?
Yeah, I know.
And you could do a citizen's arrest.
But how did she get through security?
So there is a footage. I'll show you after the show.
Okay, because I'm never on anything, and I have trouble getting through security.
Yeah,
they take a really long time.
She just walked past, and they were like, "Wait." They were like, "Wait," and she would just walk past. She wouldn't even hesitate.
I guess what can they do?
And then she opens the door towards the tarmac and she goes towards the tarmac.
Oh my god, that's horrendous.
And she's right at the center where the planes, taxi and stuff. And I was like, okay, this is something weird that I'm looking at.
It's different, isn't it?
You never see that in Canberra airport.
No. Or at the outlet centre, as
Outlet
you said,
centre,
or
yeah.
everywhere.
We to be honest, we are in one of the most safest places in Australia. That's what I feel, because we've got Parliament House, we've got the Prime Minister living 15 minutes away from where we are right now. There's the Governor General's residence, and you know, all these MPs and everyone's here. So
You'd think so. You'd really hope so.
I would believe so. There's ASIO and there's other agencies, headquarters around here. So I don't know. Probably you work for ASIO. I don't know.
I don't. But I was away last Friday. I don't know if anyone noticed. And that's because I was travelling around the south east, like the east coast of Australia, basically. And that I feel like everywhere I went, because there's small towns along the way.
Yeah.
So we kind of did the drive from Canberra to Sydney, but went through all the coastal towns. So it was actually kind of a longer commute. I found every town there to be safe. I felt like it was much safer than what you're telling me. Like, you're saying that Canberra's safe, and I get that, but I feel like going there, it's a different...
That's what you feel like. That's what you think. Like, okay, you've got defence, you've got Russell officers here, you've got ATFA here, so you feel like, okay, we are pretty well protected. But then I totally agree with what you're saying. Those small towns are feels more...
It's because everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, it feels more tight-knit, isn't it? Yeah.
Something to think about. Well, Canberra used to be under that umbrella. It used to be a country town, but now, like, the tag was country town but city living or whatever, but now I feel like we're moving away from that country feel and we're becoming a city.
I have felt this because I was just talking to my wife yesterday. I was driving at 10 p.m. going towards Western, right? From the north. And the road was busy as.
Why?
I don't know. At 10 p.m.
What is on a Thursday?
On a Thursday. Was it Enlightened yesterday? No, there was no Enlightened yesterday.
I thought it kicked off today, but I could be wrong.
But it was busy as. I mean, I don't know. I mean...
It's just different.
So it never used to be like that.
No, that population's growing. So with that, I suppose, come all these external factors.
Yeah.
A lot to think about.
I just, I always tell people, this is like a therapy for me, for you as well, probably.
Yeah, we come in here. Hey, look, for those listening, HP and I, we chit-chat, but we don't really catch up before the show because we want every conversation we have to be exclusive, but genuine and organic so you can see the real reactions. So coming in here and chatting to you is like an outlet. For sure.
Thank you. And it's the same thing as well. I really look forward coming to the show and doing the show, and we are getting a lot of love, actually.
Aww.
We are getting a lot of love. I have, somebody stopped me and said they watched our show.
Oh, who was it? Shout them out.
I don't know. I forgot the name, but somebody stopped me in the markets and they say, I watched your show. There was another one. He's a photographer in Uber Eats, right? For Uber Eats. And he goes, I watch your show. So I went and shook hands because I wanted to get him to do some work for me. And he goes, I watch your show.
There's always something. Well, that's so lovely.
Yeah. Congratulations, Kim.
Oh, congratulations, HP. That's very nice feedback. And we do this because it's an important thing that HP and I both feel that we have to do to give our opinion and our experiences through our lens.
Yeah.
And just hearing that people tune in is very special. So we're very grateful.
Even now, I have a lot of people watching. Even if you look at Instagram, there are a lot of people watching right now in Instagram as well. There are a lot of people watching in my Facebook. There are a lot of people watching in YouTube. So I can see that right now. So, and that they're diverted into different areas. But it's great. It's getting good. Hello Canberra is getting great.
It's always been good.
Yeah.
It's just now people are realizing it's okay.
Yeah, but if you have any suggestions, right, let us know. We will come with a lot of gifts from next week, probably, or when I don't know, from next week. Yeah.
HP and I are going to try something next week.
Yeah.
We're going to see how it goes. We're not going to reveal too much, but we're very committed to the program.
We are going to do something.
We will.
And it will be something that is very, very different, and a very few radio stations have done that.
So tune in, make sure you tune in. And if there's anything that you have that's burning in your mind that you want to know or you want us to cover, or even if you want us to come where you are, let us know.
Oh, actually, we could come and coverage your shop, or we could come and do a live show of anything. And if you want to sponsor us as well, let us know. We are happy to take anything.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
sure. Sure. I don't want to be too forward.
Yeah, of course. That's
But
how...
we are happy. We are here. We are the voice that, we're here to represent. We are a voice. So please let us know.
All right, it's time to go.